What is going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Variety Sport. Try saying that 3 times fast. Variety Sport Wild Card Preview Show. I am here gonna cover the Jacksonville Jaguars and their matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. So most of the time, I usually am just covering the sports in the South, such as teams the Titans, and even sometimes just the Falcons too. But really, with this, with those teams, they didn't make the playoffs. So we're going to just focus on a Florida based team, which is definitely okay. So in this matchup, the first thing we have to highlight here is that there's no Mike Williams. That's right. Mike Williams has been announced as being out for this game. So right now, it's going to kind of fall on not only Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert, but those other receivers step up too. What's Josh Palmer going to do? What is Gerald Everett going to do? Are they going to run Austin Eckler more? This can be an exciting game, but this is also a game where so much matters in regards to Brandon Staley's game plan. Remember, these two teams met in the regular season. And while they did have a, not so memorable game, this is the playoffs. One game and you're gone and you could go home. So really, we just need to kind of focus on this and see what could happen in regards to the performance or what could happen with these two teams. Justin Herbert has had a really good season. I'm not concerned that he's going to struggle as much, but remember, Keenan Allen isn't fully healthy. They've been kind of cautious with him. And a lot of the talk, too, is Brandon Staley about should he have played Mike Williams. I know that people are going to say, well, he shouldn't have because it was a meaningless game. But, I mean, Mike Williams wanted to play, and I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. So kind of keep your eyes peeled there. Now, on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Raise your hand if anyone really predicted that you would have the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs, because no one did. This is a team that fired Urban Meyer last year, brought in Doug Peterson, and no one really thought that Doug Peterson would catch fire like this. But hey, they somehow did it, and many people have actually picked the Jags to win this game. Right now, according to ESPN, they have Jacksonville Jaguars favored, which is definitely surprising. But we've got a team that's 10-7 versus a team that's 9-8. The Jacksonville Jaguars started putting it together when it really mattered. Trevor Lawrence looks terrific. Travis Etienne looks great. And then here's the biggest thing. Christian Kirk, who many people did not understand why they gave him so much money, is looking like a really good receiver. And I think with this, you have balance when it comes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, but this is also a very young team. I at first was saying that they were going to kind of be considered a similarity to their 2017 team, but it's actually kind of looking the case right there. I mean, just looking at these stats as well, these are some pretty good stats for the team. I mean, especially with Evan Ingram, he came in and many people didn't even think Evan Ingram would make a difference. He's made a pretty stellar difference for this team. Looking here, you've got Trevor Lawrence, who has thrown for over 4,000 yards. This is after he was struggling in his rookie season. Travis Etienne, over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. Receiving yards, you've got Christian Kirk over 1,000 yards, Zay Jones 800 yards, Evan Ingram 700 yards, and they're just getting better and better each week. So with this, I could see this being a very good game. I could see it being very pivotal as well. But there's also so much in the air. Who's coming back from injuries? Who's going to be playing, especially on that defense for the Chargers? With this right now, Joey Bosa has not played. He's been out injured. So a lot of defense has had to step up. But also there's injuries on the offensive line for this team on the Chargers. In regards to the Jaguars, they also are going to have some injuries as well. Is Cam Robinson going to be playing? Who's going to step up when it comes to their focus in regards to their running back? Can Travis Etienne handle the whole thing? This game could come down to one quarterback putting together that 1 second drive. But in this game, I'm going to choose, and people are definitely going to be crazy about this. I'm going with the Jaguars. That's right. I see remnants with the Jaguars playing a lot like their 2017 self. Justin Herbert is a good quarterback, but he can be inconsistent sometimes. Austin Eckler is a great running back too, but sometimes they either rely too much on him or don't rely on him enough. And these corners for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're not going to let up either. They're going to play man to man. They're going to play zone. They're going to find ways to play very well. Campbell, Williams, they're going to look great. Even Herndon and Griffin. I'm not certain this is going to be a blowout, but I can see that there are going to be some teams who have struggled against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But they are playing against a really good quarterback. Granted, these are two of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL at the moment. I know I'm going to get a lot of confusion there, but it could be good in this regard. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to say maybe a 24-17, maybe a 24-21 game. But be on the lookout for this because it could be a really good game. And be sure to tune in. We've got a lot of great wildcard matchups this weekend, so get excited. And as always, thank you so much for tuning into Variety Sports. Be sure to check out Jake's take. And, of course, be sure to see what happens between these two quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence is going to get a lot of headlines, so is Justin Herbert. But this game could come down to the running backs and even the tight ends. I was watching ESPN earlier. They mentioned Gerald Everett. Look out for Gerald Everett and Evan Ingram. I know, two things I never thought I would say. But look out for these two players because they could do something really incredible in this game. And who knows, this could be a game for the ages. But as always, be sure to tune in to Wildcard Weekend. Tune in to Variety Sports for more previews like this. And we will see y'all later. Take care.